Ishavasyā Upanishad, commentary by Adi Shankaracharya. The Ishavasya Upanishad, which is always regarded as first among the Upanishads, derives its name from the first word of the first verse of the same Upanishad. The word Isa means the Lord of the universe. The Upanishad begins with the majestic and triumphant declaration that the whole universe is inhabited by God and belongs to Him. As the name suggests, Isa Upanishad is an Upanishad of Isa or Ishvara, the God of creation and the source of all. Although the Upanishad has only 18 verses, they sum up the essential beliefs and practices of Hinduism. In fact, spiritually and for the purpose of leading a divine centered life, the 18 verses are as important as the 18 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. Sri Shankaracharya's introduction. Adoration to the Brahman. The mantras beginning with Isa Vasyam, etc., have not been utilized in rituals because they serve the purpose of enlightening us on the true nature of the Atma, who is not an anga of that is not connected with karma. The true nature of the Atma consists, as will be described, in its purity, being untouched by sin, oneness, being eternal, having no body, omnipresence, etc., and as that conflicts with karma, it is only reasonable that these mantras should not be utilized in rituals. Nor is the true nature of the Atma thus defined a product, a modification, a thing to be attained or a thing to be refined. Nor is it of the nature of a doer or enjoyer, so that it may be connected with karma. All the Upanishads exhaust themselves in describing the true nature of the Atma, and the Gita and the Moksha Dharma are bent on the same end. Therefore, all karma lies being enjoined in accordance with worldly understanding, which attributes to the Atma diversity, agency, enjoyment, impurity, sinfulness, etc. Those that know who are competent to perform karma and who are not tell us that he who seeks the fruits of karma, visible such as the inherent splendor of a Brahmin and invisible such as heaven, etc., and thinks I am a twice born free from any defects such as being one eyed or hunchbacked, etc., which disqualifies one for the performance of karma, is entitled to perform karma. So, these mantras, by enlightening us on the true nature of the Atma, remove our natural ignorance and produce in us the knowledge of the oneness, etc., of the Atma, the means of uprooting grief, delusion, etc., the concomitants of sanskara. We shall now briefly comment upon the mantras, the persons competent to study which, the subject matter of which, the relevancy of which, and the fruits of which have been thus declared. Invocation. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avshishyate. The whole Brahman is all that is invisible. The whole Brahman is all that is visible. The whole Hiranyagarbha was born out of the whole Brahman. When the whole, the universe, is absorbed into the whole Brahman, the whole alone Brahman remains. Number 1. Isha Vasya Midam Sarvam Yat Kinch Jagatyam Jagad Tena Tyaktena Bunjita Ma Gradha Kasya Svidhanam. All this whatsoever moves in this universe and those that moves not is covered, indwelt, or pervaded, or enveloped, or clothed by the Lord that renounced enjoy. Do not covet anybody's wealth, or do not covet for whose is wealth. Sloka number 2. Kurvan neveha कर्माणि जिजीवेश क्षतं समा एवं त्वयि नान्यतेतोऽस्ति न कर्म लिप्यते नरे. Should one wish to live 100 years on this earth, he should live doing karma, while thus as man you live, there is no way other than this by which karma will not cling to you. Shloka number 3. Asurya nam te loka andhena tamsavritā तांस्ते प्रेत्याभि गच्छन्ति ये के चात महनो जना. Those birds partake of the nature of the asuras and are enveloped in blind darkness. After leaving the body, they who kill their atma attain them. Fourth, अनेज देखम मनसो जबियो नैन देवा आपनु वन पूर्वम अर्षत तद्वावतो अन्यान तेति तिष्ठ तस्मिन् अपो मातरिश्वा तदाति. It is motionless, one faster than mind, and the devas, the senses, could not overtake it, which ran before. Sitting it goes faster than those who run after it. By it, the all-pervading air supports the activity of all living beings. Fifth, तजे जति तन्नई जति तद्दूरे तद्वदन्ति के तदरन्तस्य सर्वस्य तदु सर्वस्य अस्य भ्राम्यते. It moves, it is motionless, it is distant, it is near, it is within all, it is without all this. Sixth, यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतान्य आत्म अन्य वानु पश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्यते. Who sees everything in his atma and his atma is in everything, by that he feels no revulsion. Number 7. Yasmin sarvani bhutanya atmayev भू विजानतः तत्र को मोहा का शोका एकत्व मनु पश्यता. When to the knower all bhutas become one with his own atma, what perplexity, what grief is there when he sees this oneness. 8. Sa paryagachu kram kayam varnam srana viranchuddham अपापविद्धम कवि मनीषी परिभू स्वे भूरियाथा तथ्यतो अर्थानव्यय तदात अच्छा श्रतिभ्य समाभ्य. He pervaded all, resplendent, bodiless, scathless, having no muscles, pure, untouched by sin, far-seeing, omniscient, transcendent, self-sprung, duly allotted to the various eternal creators their respective functions. Number 9. Andhatama pravishanti ye vidyam upasate tato bhuya ivte tamoya u vidyayam rataha. They who worship avidya alone fall into blind darkness, and they who worship Vidya alone fall into even greater darkness. Number 10. Anya devahur vidya anya dahur vidya iti shushram dhiranam ye nast vich chakshire. One result is predicted of vidya and another of avidya. We have so heard from wise men who taught us both vidya and avidya. Number 11. Vidyam cha yastedve do bhayam saha avidya mrityum tirtva vidyamrit mashrundre. He who simultaneously knows both vidya and avidya gets over death by avidya and attains immortality by vidya. Number 12. अंधम तमा प्रविशन्ति ये संभूतिम उपासते ततो भूय ईवते तमो या संभूतयाम रतः. They fall into blind darkness who worship the unborn Prakriti. They fall into greater darkness who are bent upon the Karya Brahman Hiranyagarbha. Number 13. Anya Devahu Samvadanya Dahur Sambhavat Iti Shushrama Dhiranam Ye Nast Dvich Chakshire. They say one thing results from the worship of Hiranyagarbha and another from the worship of Prakriti. We have thus heard it stated by wise preceptors who taught us that. Sloka number 14. Sambhutim cha vinasham cha yastvedo bhayam saha vinashena mrityum tritva sambhutyamrit mashnute. Those who worship the unmanifested Prakriti and Hiranyagarbha destruction together get over death through the worship of Hiranyagarbha and attain immortality through the worship of Prakriti. 15th. Hiranyamena patrena satyasyapi pihitam mukham tattvam pushan pavrinu satyadharmaye dishtaye. The entrance of the true is covered as if a golden vessel. Remove, O sun, the covering that I who have been worshipping the true may behold it. Number 16. Pushanai Karsheyam Surya Prajapatya Vayu Rashmin Samuha Teja Yatte Rupam Kalyan Tamam Tatte Pashyami Yo Savasau Purusha So Ahamasmi. O sun, soul traveler of the heavens, controller of all, Surya, son of Prajapati, remove thy rays and gather up thy burning light. I behold thy glorious form. I am he, the Purusha within thee. Number 17. Vayu Ranilam Amritam Tedam Basmanantam Shariram Om Kratosmar Kritam Smar Kratosmar Kritam Smar. Let my prana melt into all pervading air, the eternal Sutratman, and let this body he burned by fire to ashes. Om, O mind, remember, remember my deeds. O mind, remember, remember my deeds. 18th. Agnenay Supatharay Asman Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidvana Yuyodhasma Juhurad Meno Bhuishtham Te Nama Uktim Vidhema. O Agni, lead us by the good path to the enjoyment of the fruits of our deeds. Knowing, O God, all our deeds, remove the sin of deceit from within us. We offer thee many prostrations of word of mouth.